Welcome to the Fantasy Dad Show, live on Facebook and Twitch, hosted by Ryan Rhino Kennedy, Kevin Giroux, and Seamus the Moose Anderson.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fantasy Dads Week 2 of the 2022 season. The board still says it's a mock draft 1.0, but this is in fact 2.0, so don't get confused by that. I honestly just noticed that myself, but it's not a big deal. We're here chilling. We got Moose with us, we got Smirks with us, and I'm just excited to get underway on another mock draft, live mock draft. This time, we got something, I don't know, like an announcement, I guess. Because, as we're doing this and continuing to grow what we're trying to grow, I should say. It's a lot of work. There's a lot to do behind the scenes with social media, tweeting, interacting, discussing ideas, getting the live show ready, stuff like that. There's so much to go around. Just three of us, and two of us being fathers, and Seamus works full time. We had to expand just a little bit. And we did that. We reached out to somebody that watched our show quite often last year. Somebody that I played football with in the past. I know him. I know he knows a lot about fantasy. We've talked at the field before about it and stuff like that. So I just want to give a welcome, I guess. He's not going to be on the live show unless one of us is out. So he's going to be a step-in fill-in for right now until, we get further on. But as of yesterday. So he is part of the squad now. That's Danny Perkins, a.k.a. Dan. Welcome to the squad, bro. Very happy to have you as a father himself.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, so thank you, man. Thank you for hopping aboard and joining us on this friggin' wild ride, because it's fun, though, right? We have fun doing this kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fun. Yeah, welcome back. You guys are following us on all our socials. I'm going to say that throughout the show tonight. Last week, I kind of failed to do that. I don't know. You lose track sometimes when you're doing shows like this. You lose track of what you're saying.
Oh, you get into the mock,
yeah,
man. You get into it.
Mock. You're drafting guys. You're worrying about who the computer not pick, and you get. So you should follow that social media. We got YouTube, TikTok. We got Instagram, Facebook. We're everywhere. And like you said last week, we were on LinkedIn too. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, we got LinkedIn. We're getting all the jobs, bro. We got job offers for days.
Literally everywhere. With that said, we are mocking from our positions. We do have another announcement, but I'm going to hold off till probably middle of the draft to tell you guys. But it's in the title.
Sure.
So just read the title, and you'll know what it's about. And you stay tuned. You can get the information on how to join. We kind of decided today, but we're gonna roll with it
because spur of the moment.
It's something we wanted to do last year. We never really got to it because Moose was just joining new, fresh on the team, so we're still adapting to that and other things. So this time around, this is 100% gonna happen. So make sure you stay tuned for more information on that and that announcement. Other than that, let's just make sure everybody's ready and we can just kick this off. So while I do that, man, just you guys got anything you want to say? An update on the week, any injuries or trades or anything? I know we had a pretty big trade.
We had the Sony Michel deal happen, but before that was the big injury so far to preseason. Injuries are down so far with this shortened preseason, I feel. But we still had, ETN down for the year with the Lisfranc surgery.
Yeah, crazy.
Lisfranc. I don't know. He's French. I don't know how to say it. But it's a midfoot ligament that basically holds your whole shit together. And, that's a pretty significant injury for a running back, too, to plant and do all the things a running back needs to do. So worth monitoring in Dynasty as well. He may never be the same.
Right. Especially the explosive kind of a player like himself.
I saw somebody tweet out, like, a history of guys who've dealt with this significant of a injury to that ligament. Their career doesn't necessarily take a positive path after it. So we just hope for the best for ETN, and with slight boost to J Rob up to like an RB2 value, I would say.
Yeah,
If you can still get him at a discount, definitely do that.
J-Rod definitely gets boosted up a couple rounds, I think.
And
Oh,
Moose,
without
you
a
want to talk
doubt, dude.
about the Michelle trade, buddy?
Yeah, dude. Sony Michel traded to the Rams. Obviously, they had Cam Akers go down just about a month and a half ago to an Achilles, right? So he was out for the year. So they had Darrell Henderson, who obviously they are not very confident in. So they've gone to Sony Michel for a 4th and a 6th pick. I mean, it makes sense for us to do that with such a crowded backfield. As far as fantasy implication goes, this definitely moves Darrell Henderson down my draft board because he was one of my value picks. I mean, we put out the RB value picks just last week. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm touching that backfield at all now. I'm definitely not going for Sony Michel unless it's like a last round pick or waivers. Like he'll go undrafted still. But they obviously don't trust Darrell Henderson, so we'll see what happens with Sony Michel out there as far as fantasy goes. But I wouldn't jump the gun to be wanting to get him in a draft. Personally, I still think he's dog shit for fantasy.
He's really good at like running into the back of his lineman sometimes too. He can be good at that. But we've seen flashes from him, man, especially the Super Bowl a couple years ago. But
he was one of the main reasons we got there. He had 18 touchdowns that year, and I think he was fantasy relevant with touchdown dependency. But since then, we haven't seen anything. So, yeah.
All right.
Before we start the draft, just want to make sure you guys know, hit that like button for us. Hit the share button too, if you don't mind. Let people know about the Fantasy Dads, because it's not easy to grow alone. We need your help, support. With that said, let's start the draft off.
Let's get it popping.
Go ahead and hit
the
start
dude.
button. There it is. Start draft. Last time. All right. See. They're
this
smarter.
is better.
They're already smarter. This time, last week they picked Dalvin Cook, and I ended up with Christian McCaffrey. All right, so this makes it a little more interesting because based off my rankings, my next pick would probably be Derrick Henry, right? So that's who I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go off of my rankings and off of my gut. Derrick Henry.
Very safe pick.
Very safe pick. I know what he's gonna do. And number 2, I'm not risking anything. There's no like something could happen or like I know what Derrick Henry's gonna do. And I've been seeing some stuff that he's gonna be catching the ball now. I'm very excited to see what he's going to evolve. With number 4,
I was gonna mention that, dude.
Yeah.
That he's not gonna be like a Kamara catching all those balls, but he's a safe pick for sure.
With number 4, Dan picked Ezekiel Elliott, Dallas Cowboys. That gives Kevin up on his pick with Barkley and Chubb.
Yeah, so we had Cook go 3, Kamara 4, Elliott at 5. Nice little RB run to start this. Barkley 6, Nick Chubb 7. That's a little early for my liking on Chubb. And right here, this is the thing with the 8th pick is I'm staring down right at that line where I'm about to pick a wide receiver over a running back. In a full PPR, this is where I go Adams.
Damn, let's go. All right, so Davante Adams and Tyreek Hill, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. And obviously, Kev, I don't think you need to say much about drafting Davante Adams there.
Dude,
he's the consensus number 1, so I don't blame you there. He's going to get the targets. The rest of that wide receiver core is poo-poo. So now I'm staring down Jonathan Taylor, Travis Kelce, Aaron Jones, Austin Eckler, and a few other names, obviously. But for me here, I like to go running back first round if I have the choice and if I have the option. So originally, I actually had Jonathan Taylor as my RB10. I've made some changes to my rankings, which will be coming out at some point early next week. Our next rankings will be coming out because they obviously are going to change. I'm going to go Jonathan Taylor here. I love his playoff schedule. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And obviously, he's going to be fantastic for that backfield.
Yeah, Wentz is looking like he might play week 1, too. It's possible. Nelson might not miss as much time as we thought either. So, I mean, that was the main reason we were getting scared off of him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, without a doubt. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, I mean, definitely not tailored to what my rankings were originally. So after that, Aaron Jones, Travis Kelce, Stephon Diggs, Najee Harris go, and I'm up again. Now, it's interesting if you're in a 10 or 11 spot because I feel like you can go running back, you can go running back, wide receiver. In this
You
case,
got
I don't necessarily like the wide receivers that have come back to me in mock drafts in the 3rd round, but with one player getting a move up in the draft, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a wide receiver because I like the option coming back. If it happens, it does. If not, whatever. I'm going to take DeAndre Hopkins. I just think he has a fantastic opportunity. He's my wide receiver 4 as of now. And he's going to have a good year. Kyler Murray, QB1.
All right, so I had just missed out on my guy. I was going to go Eckler for the obvious PPR value, playing on a good offense. Now, I want to grab a running back, but I don't draft Joe Mixon anymore. I just can't do it. Too much heartbreak there for everybody involved. So I'm gonna take my boy here. I'm taking Antonio Gibson.
Damn.
Everything we're seeing about his usage right now is really good. I mean, he's still off the field on a lot of 3rd downs, but I'm into it. I think with Fitz at the helm, that offense will be a lot more efficient, and he's gonna score a ton of touchdowns.
This draft looking a lot more realistic than the last one we did on Sleeper.
Yeah, the bots are a little better.
Yeah.
Way more realistic.
The ADP even seems like it's a little tweaked.
Yeah.
Danny go ahead and he takes who I think is definitely
Ridley.
potentially.
Oh, that's a steal at the 2-8.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley.
Very big pick there. All right,
Patrick
so I'm
Mahomes
up.
and Metcalf went just before him. Then
Yeah,
after
Mahomes at 2-7.
After Perkins, it went Joe Mixon, Justin Jefferson, Rhino. Obviously, you're kind of in a similar spot to me when the draft comes around you. Let's see what you're gonna do here.
Yeah, so I already got Henry. My first pick is solidified wide RB 1 or 2 with rankings. It's a lot tougher this time around. Last time I had it pretty easy. Right now I have some decisions to make. Whether if I want to go receiver and take a guy who I know is going to get guaranteed looks and guaranteed balls and have an opportunity of getting this running back on the way back around, which I think I will. I don't think the computer will pick him. Not even that though. I don't even think a regular person probably would pick him in the 2nd round. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Keenan Allen here. One of the receivers I absolutely love every year. Oh wow.
They went Allen and Kittle.
You're kidding me! Wow.
Allen and Kittle.
Hey, I don't like the Allen pick, but taking Kittle makes sense.
Okay, so Allen and Kittle go off the board, but Keenan Allen's somebody that I love every year. Very consistent player. Injuries used to scare me; they kind of still linger in my head. But looking at it last week, but he's also got a really good young quarterback over there that I think is going to be one of the quarterbacks in the league. I'm taking Keenan Allen with that pick. Now on the way back, this is hard because I for some reason this year I like Philadelphia a lot. I like what Jalen Hurts' potential is and what the opportunities bring to Miles Sanders in the backfield. I'm really thinking about picking him right here. However, I just think Baltimore pretty intense on the goal line. I think Dobbins' ceiling is just extremely high with the amount. It's just tough, man. I really want Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is just like that guy. He could be a top 5 running back, dude.
You really love Sanders.
Yeah,
bro.
he might be a top 5 running back.
That's funny. Everybody's off of him this year, though. They're all scared. Kenneth Gainwell is definitely going to have a role, but
Fine, bro. He can have a role. I'm taking. I'm gonna. You know what? For a discussion, I'm taking Miles Sanders here.
yeah, I don't think I'm as low as like the industry is on Sanders, but I would not have picked him there.
No, I wouldn't have either. I personally don't like. I'm skeptical about Sanders' production just based off of Jalen Hurts' run game because it's unbelievable.
Danny gets
Oh
his
no!
Guy. Danny gets his guy. Clyde Edwards.
The bot took his guy.
That's crazy.
Probably had him
unfortunate,
queued
dude.
up, the poor bastard.
I was looking at him as well, but
Hey, so AJ Brown and Clyde went off the board. I would have picked either of them over Miles Sanders.
Now we got D-Dubs, the new man. Dan, aka D-Dubs, aka Double D, aka D-Dub Perks. It's gonna be
Got some
interesting.
big names left on the board.
Huge names, and there's
Big
still
names.
there's still some time for my guy to arrive, so I'm hoping that comes quick. To be honest with you, I don't know about you guys, so I've been doing like crazy amounts of mock drafts. Like I do them every night when I'm going to bed. Like I'm just doing mock drafts, and I do it on Fantasy Pros. If you guys have ever done a mock draft on Fantasy Pros, it's pretty legit. I've never really done them on Sleeper that much. So far, this one is a lot better than the last one, but I find myself picking. Oh
Ooh,
wow! And Dan goes Terry McLaurin. That's a
I like
great pick.
that pick,
And
man.
then
I
to
like him a lot.
to Waller, the Walrus, and then the Dobbins coming up to Kev. I've found that I like my strategy a lot more now when I go running back, wide receiver, more so than running back.
Yeah, it seems in the mocks the RBs just fall off crazy. And depending on who you're drafting with, there might be more running backs available here in the third round than we see in the mocks.
Tons.
Not exactly sure how it's going to work out. Like in our league of record, man, I don't think these two quarterbacks are going in the second round. I don't think Kittle's getting picked there, but I'm not really sure. We'll have to see how it goes. Waller at 3.6, I honestly think is a steal. So let's see what I got. For me, I think this is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit worried about Swift. The injury, the terrible offense. I'm going back to wide receiver, the highest one on my board. Could be playing with the next big thing. At quarterback, I'm taking my boy.
Oh my god, the next big thing?
Wow.
Justin Fields.
Take it easy, bro. I don't know about all that.
What, you don't think Fields is gonna be a good quarterback in the league?
He could. I'm not sold on him like that, bro. Andy Dalton's gonna be Allen Robinson's quarterback at least.
Well, that's fine. Allen Robinson is always the top 7 wide receiver.
I'm not hating. I just
with Mitch as his quarterback.
I didn't like the
All right.
the next
So
big thing.
I love Allen Robinson.
Wow, he doesn't like Justin Fields.
Oh, that's butt kiss. All right, so Josh Jacobs went after Kev's Allen Robinson pick. That's a joke. I'm gonna go back to wide receiver here, and the reason is because I know for a fact the next guy on my board coming back around after 4 picks is gonna be there. The guy I want, the guy that I think can have top 10 potential easily now. So I'm gonna go ahead and listen. I got Chris Godwin here, Amari Cooper, Julio, even Mike Evans. I'm skipping all those dudes, and I'm going to my boy CeeDee Lamb. I'm showing some Dallas love. I love CeeDee Lamb this year, even though I traded him earlier in Dynasty. I traded him for Calvin Ridley. It was a good trade. I'm not mad about it.
Who's your guy? I'm curious to see what your guy is.
So this dude should be hopping up in ADP, and he is, but he's still way down the board, but he will not make it back around to me. Now I'm looking at running backs here. We got Darrell Henderson, Kareem Hunt, Myles Gaskin, my boy, surrounded by Javonte Williams, Mike Davis, Chase Edmonds, and Raheem Mostert, who's not going to matter anymore because he's got back issues. So hop up on Trey Sermon. My boy here should make it to the beginning of every 4th round, and if he doesn't, he should at least go to the back of the 3rd, and it's a mistake. And that's my boy, James Robinson, Jacksonville Jaguars.
You played the mock, bro. You played the mock.
That's fine. I'm cool with that. I'm gonna play everybody else too.
That's fine. That's fine.
You ain't getting James Robinson the real draft, bro. No
I bet. We'll see, bro.
4, bro. Not round 4.
It's not my fault, man. Look down the draft board. What do you want from me? Though my QB2 though went right after that, and that's Kyle Murray. Then we come up to Kev. I love Kyler Murray so much this year. It hurts.
All my running backs are disappearing.
But they are.
Kyler this much, as much as you did last year, Rhino.
Okay.
I said I love Kyler this year as much as you loved him last year. Like
I still love Kyler. I just I don't know.
He was QB1 up until week 17 when Josh Allen took it over, and he was just injured. So I'm all about. He's the only guy I'll go before the 4th round to pick. Let me just say that.
I'm gonna go back to wide receiver. I'm just gonna stack in a full PPR. I'm gonna grab a piece of the Tampa offense. I have Godwin ranked 12th.
That's a solid pick.
We can get a full healthy year out of him with TB12. I love it.
Yeah, see, if CeeDee Lamb wasn't sitting there, which he probably almost always will be, I probably would have gone Godwin myself.
Dan's
It
up
was
here.
between him and Bobby Woods.
Oh, I love Robert Woods this
Yeah,
year.
Woods is
Love
always a
Robert
great
Woods.
pick.
Ugh.
I had him
All right,
last
so
year.
after Godwin, Julio Jones, and Amari Cooper, now we got Dan up. On the
His
clock right
team
now.
four
Oh, go ahead.
spot has 3 running backs.
Oh,
so
but they're
I
stacked.
don't think we got to
though.
worry about them
I
taking
mean,
anyone.
maybe not Mixon, but I love Clyde Edwards-Helaire this year, and I
They're
love
just gonna
Kamara.
pick the guy I'm hoping runs down to me.
I like Clyde a lot, but it definitely worried me that like he really had a hard time getting into the end zone last year.
But I think it'll be different this year.
They need to draw something up for him different
Gotta hope
down in
it's
the red
different.
zone.
I know I'm waiting on one guy that will not make it back to me, but if he does, I'd be ecstatic. Actually, there's maybe 3
You
guys
got
I'm looking at.
Lamar, then his tight end,
Wow,
and then
he
Bobby
went with
Woods.
Lamar. Wow, early pick for QB for Dan. I like it.
That's
and then
his
we got
boy,
Mark
though.
Andrews,
He
Robert
likes- he
Woods. Is
likes
it his
him.
boy? Yeah.
Like, pretty sure I remember talking.
I think
Alright.
I had him ranked lowest on our draft board.
Right, so I'm getting nervous right now.
I don't trust these
My
receivers.
first 3 picks aren't what they shaped up to be in my head. I didn't think it through. But I can really capitalize here with a couple. One of them being Cooper Kupp, who I think is going to be a stud. With Matthew Stafford, I'm not sure why he's getting drafted so. I'm not sure why Robert Woods. Either of them are a steal in the 4th round. That's who I was going to pick. One of the.
Damn.
Wasn't really a discussion in my head. Then Gaskins and Henderson go. Now I'm in an interesting spot. Because now I could stack at receiver and get 3 stud receivers. Or take a leap of faith and I pick my not sleeper running back anymore, but a guy I know won't make it back to me. That's Trey Sermon. As you know, I'm a big fan of this guy.
I knew it.
Probably going to pick him because he's not going to make it back to me. There's no way he makes it through round 6. So I'm going to pick him here. Roll the dice. I'm being a little more risky this week. I don't have any other choice, really. Where I started the
I
draft.
think like worst case scenario though, right? Like Thurman and like Mostert's healthy and they just split the work. Like San Fran always splits the work to running backs.
Right, it's a safe pick. It's just
They're
it's
both
volume.
gonna get
Yeah, gonna be
plenty of
guaranteed.
work.
It's not like a backfield you don't want to touch when it's
Right.
being split by committee. It's not like
When
the
it- when
Patriots. It's way
When
different.
it's Shanahan, it's a little different.
All right, so after that, we got Dak Prescott, DJ Moore, and now Dan is back up. His team so far, Ezekiel Elliott, Calvin Ridley, Terry McLaurin, and Lamar Jackson. That's pretty stacked, bro. That's a good 4
like it.
rounds. Like, if you're going to take a QB that early, I don't mind that.
He took my guy, man. That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
fuck Mike Davis, man.
I know, fuck that guy.
Yo, does he
He's
not know
trash.
we hate Mike
No,
Davis
we
around
hate
here?
Mike Davis around here.
Yo,
I was
We
the
don't know
Mike-
about that.
Yo,
Only Mike
Dan
Davis
Dan.
truther on the show, man.
We don't mess with that Mike Davis, man. We don't mess with
That's
that
it.
dude.
Drop his ass. Hey, they really don't have much behind him, but you know,
No, it's a solid pick.
That's
Let's
crazy to
be
me.
honest. It's a solid pick for RB2
Yeah, no, it
in
is.
round 5.
No, we were just all mad at him last year. That's all.
so I'm just like I'm waiting on tight end and QB. It looks like here. I'm gonna grab my RB2. He makes me a little bit nervous because he's just never had any kind of like workhorse role or anything like that. But in a PPR and a high-powered offense, I'll take my guy Chase Edmonds here.
Your guy.
Wow.
I don't like James Conner really as much of a threat to him. I think Benjamin's probably more of a threat to Chase Edmonds.
No.
I'm saying it. That's what I'm saying.
Didn't they just
That
didn't
is
they
what
pick up
I'm saying.
Dude,
Eno Benjamin and
I
then
got something
didn't
to
they
say
pick
about
up,
James Conner, bro. What is people's deal with this guy? Do they not understand this man just doesn't have the body?
it's because he had
He
one
had cancer.
he had one
dude.
good year, man.
I know. I feel bad that he had cancer. Don't get me wrong. But like, why are you picking him on your fantasy team, or why are you like worried that Chase Edmonds isn't gonna have a predominant role? I'm just confused. Like, you think he's gonna make it?
I
through
think-
the year?
It's like a subconscious thing where people are like guilty, so they have to like him as a
I
player.
don't.
He's really
I
only had one good year. I don't know.
Well,
James
I
Conner
don't
like,
think
has never really been elite ever. But we treat
I don't
him,
think
we treat
people-
him like he's an guaranteed RB2. And we're
I
scared
I
to
don't
pick
know,
Chase
man.
Edmonds. I just don't see it.
Didn't 2 years
see
ago?
it.
Didn't he have like a fantastic season? Didn't he have like over 10
He had
touchdowns?
he had a good year when Lev Bell held out, which was like
Yeah,
3 years
that was
ago.
it. Yeah,
Then
just 1
after
year.
that, he hasn't been able to stay healthy, and he hasn't really produced. Last year, he made Benny Snell look good for a few games,
Benny Snell.
He did. He did.
and then
Benny
Benny Snell
fucking
went away
Snell.
again.
So you know what's funny? I'm just gonna say this: if you're
You
getting
pause
Chase,
my pick, bro.
you're getting Chase Edmonds in the 5th round, I really think you're winning the draft.
Late in the 5th, you know. He'll be my RB2. I got 3 really good receivers, and I got my guy Gibson. I like this team a lot better than I did last week for sure.
Yeah, same.
Sure.
Way better. Way more. All right. So after Dan, it was Kareem Hunt, and then Herbert, and then obviously Kevin picked Chase Edmonds. Love that pick. Kyle Pitts went next, which is crazy. Hawkinson is still on the board after Mark Andrews and Kyle Pitts. But so right here, I'm looking at my team. I'm looking at my RBs available, and like at this point, like I think I could get one on the way back that at least has a little bit more value. But my number one pick here every single time, if I'm in this spot and it's a 5th round, is Tyler Lockett. I don't know why people hate this dude so much because he battles little tiny soft tissue injuries. Like, I don't understand it. The man just got a 4-year deal. They gave him the fucking bank, and he's a top 20 wide receiver every single year at least. I know he has boom or bust games, but I mean, he's the dude. He's the dude.
Did
and they
you
just
know
paid him.
he's missed 1 game in his career?
I did not know that. That's insane. Like the level of disrespect this man gets is literally insane. So Tyler Lockett for
Yeah,
me
that's
is a
a
lock
steal where
in
you
the
got
5th
him.
round. Yeah, it's a lock every single time. All right, so now, so the next picks were Russell Wilson, Michael Thomas, Brandon Ayuk, and Jamar Chase. So I'm looking at the running backs here. I'm also going to take a peek at receivers. Me personally, I'm not going to jump up this far for a tight end when there's quality peeps out here. So here's the deal. I'm going to wait on a quarterback because that's just what I normally do. And if I have to stream down the line, I'll do that. I got lucky with Josh Allen last year. I had him in both of the leagues that I got him in. In one round, I got him in the 8th round. So I don't see a quarterback coming at me in the 6th round that I like all that much compared to who I could get later on. So I'm going to go Javonte Williams, running back out of Denver, rookie, and he's going to get the work eventually. So then it goes DJ Chark, who, I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with him, honestly.
I don't know what to think about him, honestly. Yeah, Urban Meyer basically came out and said he didn't like him, and then Marvin Jones has been getting all the looks because he's been hurt already, and Chenault is going to be a PPR guy. You know, he's going to catch all the underneath stuff. So I think he might be dust, bro.
Dust.
He had that one good year, and now he's dust.
DJ Dust Chark.
There is a lot of wide receivers I really like right here, man.
Yeah, this is like some of my favorite wide receiver groups right here. Like, if you don't get the chance at one of the top 5 guys, like, I think you're okay, honestly. You know,
I like
T. Higgins, Devontae Smith, Chase Claypool. Like,
it's a good an area to have a.
it is. I like maybe 6 of them. Like, I really like maybe 6 of these guys in the next like 15. But if here's the thing, if you don't love one of these guys, like after that 5 or 6
I'm
guys
gonna
that
wait.
you know, you're gonna wait. Yeah,
I'm gonna
mean,
wait
some will
because I already have
definitely
3
get tested.
receivers. I'm gonna take my guy that I believe should be a surefire top 5 tight end.
Attaboy. TJ Hawkins.
I know at least some of these receivers are gonna fall back.
Got concussion problems though. Makes me nervous.
Ooh.
Concussions are something you don't want to mess with. Makes me nervous.
Does he? He didn't miss a game last year.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He played 16 games last year. The very quick game log on Sleeper told me that, right?
He just had a shite team last year and a shite coach. But you know what does scare me about that offense, though, Kev? Oh, all right. So it went Kenny Galladay after Kev's pick, Adam Thielen. Dan went with Deontay Johnson. Love that pick.
Yeah, he's
Aaron
a target
Rodgers
hog.
comes off the board. Odell Beckham Jr. And now we're back to Rhino
2019,
Licious.
yeah.
All I was gonna say that I'm worried about
I like
I
forget
don't know how to decipher that offense this year, Smirks, is that
can see
the
what-
Lions picked up Anthony Lynn as their offensive coordinator. That dude loves to run the ball. He loves to play the quick run option, and I don't think he'll
Yeah.
be able to do that so much with Jared Goff. But
I don't think they're going to
Um,
be able to do much of anything besides pepper their best offensive weapon with targets, and that's Hawkinson.
that's fair.
You know,
No, you don't think Tyrell
they
Williams
got
is gonna go
nobody.
out there?
Tyrell
You ain't got
will
no
do his
faith.
thing. He's going to do
Dude.
his thing.
My next dude is still on the board.
There we go.
Actually, my 3 next dudes is still on the board.
All right, so I'm gonna go wide receiver here. Kind of an easy. Higgins.
Yep. love
Yeah,
it.
that's my dude. T. Higgs for
I was
life,
debating
bro.
Between Chase Claypool,
Mm,
been big on.
huge. I am the number 1 T. Higgins fan on the planet.
Now I could go quarterback here if I wanted to, or I could go tight end. Or I could go not any of those directions. Quarterback I want is still there. I think he'll be there for me, probably at the end of the 9th round. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some receivers. It is we do have a flex so guy in here that Kevin's really high on. I'm pretty high on him too. I'm just nervous about his quarterback situation, but I think at this round at 7-2, I think it's worth the pick, worth the risk. And that's Jerry Jeudy.
Oh, you took both of my dudes, man. Come on.
That is brutal.
I'm about to take you QB because I know exactly who the fuck it is.
Oh, don't do it, man.
I'm
Don't
gonna
do
do
it.
it.
Don't
I'm
do
gonna
it.
do it, man.
Don't do
I'm not even that high on him. I'm
Don't
just
do
gonna
it.
do it.
Drafted
All right,
Cam
so
Newton.
oh no, so he went Jerry Jeudy. The next 2 taken off the board, Juju Smith and Jalen Waddle. Now we got Dan coming up. Dan's team is looking pretty solid, fellas. I like that. Mostert. All right, so he needed some help on. He needed some help on running back. So he got Zeke, Mike Davis, and Mostert. So that makes sense. You kind of got to make a move in that.
If he's healthy, he's gonna get work, man. He's gonna get work. All right.
All right, so off the board after that, Kev, what do we got? So Leonard Fournette
saw
came off the
Leonard-
board and Noah Fant.
Leonard.
You like the
Playoff
Dolphins.
Lenny.
Noah came
Did
off.
playoff Lenny get picked before Ronald Jones?
Sure did.
That's trash. Why? All right.
Didn't
Noah
watch the fantasy
Fant.
dads.
Cortland Sutton. Everybody forgets that he was like good 2 years ago, but I don't know.
I don't
Well,
forget.
nobody
Makes me
forgets who
nervous.
James Conner was.
That's right. Everybody loves fucking James Conner, all right? We're gonna write a sitcom for that man. Everybody loves James.
Oh no.
Sheesh.
Go
Okay.
Boys.
Chenault.
Boy, it's got to be 95 degrees in this room right now.
All right, I'll tell you what. Ryan, I might have to do this to you.
Don't do it, bro. I will.
Yeah, I gotta,
I'll
dude.
backhand you.
I'm looking at my options, bro. and
Tons.
This guy's just stealing. He's just
Oh!
he sticks out. His name sticks out to me like a sore thumb. As someone with some value, running the ball a lot,
Piece
dude.
of shit. You are a piece of
Won
shit.
me a league last year, dude, with his legs. He was a monster the end of last year, dude. And he got one of the best rookie receivers in the game, a crispy route runner. I mean, come on.
You're trash,
Bro,
bro.
literally
You're...
just not come next week. Like, Dan, you're taking
Oh,
the spot.
I don't want you there.
Dan, you're taking the spot on the show. Kevin's out. You're in, bro.
Oh, you fired.
Placed.
You fired. All right. So, well, that sucks because I probably would have taken him on the next turn.
You would have been
but
replaced.
I'm all done. Boot me off the squad, dude.
Here's the thing. I know my quarterback's gonna be on the other way around. I'm gonna take a guy. Yeah, I do.
He
I
might
do.
not be.
Absolutely. No, he will be bet, dude. If he's not, I'm gonna be so mad. These other 2 teams. All right, so one doesn't have a quarterback, but they're not gonna pick my guy. He's my guy. This guy.
Who's that team?
What team?
I don't have a
Oh,
quarterback.
Team 12. I'm sorry, Team 12. Team 12. Team 11 picked Russell Wilson also in the 5th round. So we're at the turn of the 7th. I'm at the 7-10. Since this is a 3 wide receiver league, I really want to have a little bit more help back here. This next guy is probably the last in this tier that I really like, and that's Robbie Anderson.
I
I
like
think
him.
he's gonna have a fantastic year. I
Very
think
good
he's
pick.
honestly too deep in the draft board. Like if Kenny Galladay gets picked before Robbie Anderson, like that league's not for real. Yeah, see Tom Brady. So Tom Brady goes. That's what I knew would go. Now I'm gonna jump about almost a round
Tom Brady from
for
like
this guy, for this
25 years
quarterback.
ago.
For this quarterback, I'm gonna jump
Scared I'm gonna take because I know who it
almost
is.
10 picks. I'm taking Ryan Tannehill. He's my QB 7 on the year as of right now. I think he has massive upside. So
I missed out on.
Can I ask you why you think he has massive upside?
yeah, well, he finished QB 8 last year.
Yeah,
Now he has
he's-
Julio Jones in the mix. I know he doesn't have Jonnu Smith. I know that was a massive help, and that worries me a little bit. But I do think they're going to get Henry involved more in the passing game after
He's
seeing
got
some
his guy
practices
Ferkster.
and reading some things
Julio,
out of there. Yeah,
Julio makes a full
Berkshire and
16 this
Schwein.
year.
Julio makes top 16.
I think he makes a full 16 games this year.
I'm not quite sure. I'm not going to gamble on how many games a guy's played. Like
So,
he normally
I'm just
plays.
trying to
He
figure
just
it out. So say he doesn't play, right? And it's just AJ Brown, who's this third receiver.
Josh Reynolds, yeah, and I love
you
Josh
go.
Reynolds. Yeah, I do like Josh Reynolds. I was hoping the Pats picked him up over Aguilar or over most people, to be honest with you.
Aguilar.
I just don't know. Both his security blankets are gone. Unless Josh Reynolds comes in,
Yeah.
he's a stud. But I just don't.
Yeah, but Corey Davis was only his blanket for a year. If
I
that's
wasn't
who
even
you're
talking
about.
about him. I was talking about Adam Humphries.
did.
But you can talk
Oh,
about
he's still
Corey
there.
Davis.
He's still there, is he not?
I thought he left, bro.
Oh no, I think he's still there. I'm not quite sure, but I think he is.
Good pick, yeah, Kevin.
I'm thinking about taking my guy here. I'm gonna go with the Pats #1 running back. I know he's probably gonna be a little touchdown dependent, but if Mac Jones,
Damian Harris.
when Mac Jones inevitably,
Oh, yeah, no. Adam Humphries went to the Redskins. I mean, I'm sorry. Washington football team.
Yeah. Yep, you're right.
No, I'm right. Made me question myself.
God damn.
I know I'm right.
Whatever, dude.
So he
When-
lost,
got chest
he
when
lost
Mac
three
Jones-
guys last year. 3 guys he lost that got a massive amount of targets.
That
Three.
don't bother me though,
And you
with
bring in
AJ Brown out
Julio-
there.
I get you bringing Julio and AJ Brown and Josh Reynolds. Like that's, I just don't know. I just don't know. We'll
Well,
see. We'll see.
that's the
I'm
thing.
not picking him. I'd rather have you get the reward and me not have to worry about the headache. Because
That's fair.
It's just I see it happening. See it
I
happening.
don't blame you, but if you're picking a QB this year after the 5th round, like odds are
I'd rather
you kinda take it-
have Joe Burrow. 100%.
oh no.
100%.
What?
I'd rather have Joe Burrow than
With that
Ryan.
offensive line?
Uh,
No,
Don't care.
dude, that's crazy. No.
it's kind of close.
No.
I think Burrow, he's gonna show up.
Burrow's got
I think
the-
he'll show up
uh,
this year,
Burrow-
man.
Burrow's weapons are much better than Ryan. Outside of AJ Brown. I mean,
I guess.
I
I mean, we haven't seen
and
Jamar Chase yet.
That's honestly on the shoulders of if what Derrick Henry comes out. I'm not considering him a pass catcher right now. I have to see it. If he comes out and he's a pass catcher, then I'm gonna back up on everything I'm saying. I don't know. We'll see. I'd just rather not fucking have him, to be honest with you.
That's fair.
Rather have somebody else. So anyway,
He'd rather have Jalen. It's
rather have
okay.
Jalen Hurts. I'm just upset. Right? Trust your pick.
Yeah, you just mad. You just mad,
I'm gonna
man.
try to find a way not to like your pick.
We're in our feels now at this part of the draft. We get in our feels.
So the way that sleeper works,
Who?
you might get picked here that I have to take. 2 holes sucks, man. Not a fan. Not a fan at all.
Yeah, I don't like the first
I
4
need to go
picks.
running
They,
back here.
too much pressure.
I really do. Not want to pick this guy. I'm not gonna pick. Not picking.
Ew.
Yeah, like the running backs right now are so gross, bro. It makes me my stomach. I guess I gotta take.
David Johnson.
I gotta take a little bit
He's
upside here with
dust.
Devin Singletary. I guess. I don't know. Zach Moss is not gonna win the job, bro. He doesn't look.
Hey, Moss is better than Singletary, isn't he? Neither of them are good.
That's what we thought last year. Coming into the year, I was huge on Zach Moss, but he just didn't prove anything. And so far in camp, apparently he hasn't either.
The answer is you want neither of them because Josh Allen just vultures all the touchdowns anyway.
I got 3 running backs. I got 4. I'm gonna make it back. I'll go receiver, and I'm gonna go Antonio Brown. Bucks offense.
I like that. I like the upside on Antonio Brown, man. I know Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, they're scary. OJ Howard being back, I know it's scary, but honestly, I think Antonio Brown has more upside this year than he has since he's been on the Steelers.
Got my number.
Nice.
Joey
Brown,
B.
then Joey B.
I'll take
Yeah, I like him, man.
safe pick.
I like him.
I got behind him.
I'm not mad at any late round QB pick, honestly, dude. Like I don't think I'd question you there because then you have the quarterbacks coming up after that. Like that's the cutoff. Like Joe Burrow for me is the cutoff.
Yeah, my worry now. My worry now is tight end. There's a possibility that these teams can start picking 2 tight ends, and I'm backed into it. I'm
Yeah.
Oh man, we got Tunyon, Gesicki, and Drake.
That's my issue.
boy.
Wow. And Stafford.
All right, so now my pick
Hold
is
on,
a
Kevin.
gimme.
Let me
I
interrupt
think.
you real quick. Let's do this announcement.
Oh
real
yes,
fast.
let's do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and pause this draft for a quick second. This will take a minute, if that. So, like we said at the beginning of the show, is something we've been wanting to do. We wanted to do it last year, but we didn't have the time to set it up and everything. Right now, we still have about 2 weeks till kickoff. I know we have 4 people that would already be in it on the team. So we're looking for 8 more people that would be part of our listener league. We're gonna make I shouldn't call it that, a viewer league, or we have a name for it. I don't want to drop the name yet. We're gonna hold off for the graphic for that. But it's going to be a 12-man full point PPR. There will be a prize. It'll be competitive. I hope it's competitive. I hope people don't drop out. That's what makes me a little worried about it. But I have faith in the viewers. I have faith in the people who come back and check it out every Sunday and give the update on the league, stuff like that. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great way for us to interact with you guys more. You guys get to know us a little better, know our strategies a little better on a first-hand experience, and be a part of the show. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that graphic tomorrow or whatever it is we release it, probably tomorrow or Saturday. So stay posted on that. All you'll need to do is be a follower on our Facebook page and a sub on our YouTube channel. Departments. Other than that, that's it.
There's gonna be some prizes at the end, man. You're gonna want these prizes.
Yeah, there'll be some merch.
These are one-of-one type of prizes, man.
One type prizes.
That's that Panini Prism
Listener league.
It's
So,
Herbert rookie card.
we'll be putting that post up. All you have to do is comment on the post, and we'll have to verify that you're subbed and followed on our Facebook
Share that
and our
shit
YouTube,
just
and
because you want to.
Hey,
share
guys, so I'm not sure if he's watching right now, but in our comments earlier, Emmanuel was asking about playing in a league with us. So
What?
I told him stay tuned for some news.
Ha!
So
Emmanuel.
that should be somebody down.
That's crazy. I only see 3 comments. That's crazy.
It was on the one when Rye shared it.
Oh,
Comments popped off.
Right. Oh.
Yes, sir. All right, so I'm going with Michael Pittman's got some appeal as a young pass catcher if Wentz is healthy, but I'm gonna go with the guy who I know has just been getting peppered with targets. I think he's gonna be their number 1 receiver. I think at the 9-8 is a good spot to take Corey Davis.
Damn.
And that's my 4th receiver, so I mean.
That's a nice pick. Nothing I really can say about that. I like Corey.
No, that was my next guy. That was absolutely my next guy.
Yeah.
So
Gallup was still there too. I was looking at him, but Davis has looked really good. And he looked good last year.
All right. Well, Trevor Lawrence comes off the board after that. Not quite sure why that happens in this thing, but all right. So now, obviously, I'm looking for a tight end and probably another running back. And then obviously I'll stack some upside receivers towards the end. That's kind of what I always do. All league dependent, draft dependent, but I'm gonna get my tight end 7 on the board right now. I love this guy, love his potential. I know his quarterback doesn't throw to the tight end all that much, but it's Logan Thomas
Damn.
with Washington.
He's
It
got
was
2
either
tight ends.
him. It was either him or Higbee. No.
Lo-
There still
Logan's
is
good,
one.
man.
There still is one tight end that I love on the board. So I went Logan Thomas. Team 11 goes David Johnson, who I would never draft in a million years. Will Fuller finally comes off the board. Team 12 goes Fuller, and then Zach Moss, and then Higbee for Team 11. I'm back on the board now. So now I'm looking for security in this next pick because I kind of have to, and that's with the running back position. Now I do love my 3 running backs right now. So it says, okay, all right, so there we go. So I do love my 3 running backs right now. I got Taylor, Robinson, and Javonte Williams, and now it's time for me to start grabbing a handcuff, and that's Nyheim Hines. I don't love the pick, but just in case anything were to happen to Jonathan Taylor, I have him there. And then Michael Pittman comes off the board after me, and it is now Smirk's pick.
Yeah, not for nothing, Moose. Hines does have standalone value in that offense.
I think
I know
so
it's
too, man.
not Captain Checkdown Philip Rivers who throws the ball to the running back like more than anyone else in the world ever would need to, but
One of the better
yeah,
handcuffs you
he's got standalone value for sure.
I mean, like to come off the board after, for me, like after James Conner, David Johnson, and Zach Moss is kind of ridiculous, but
All right, man. So I'm staring it down. I only got the 3 RBs, but I'm gonna just ride with that because I can't pass up on. Michael Gallup is there, and another guy I really like, Darnell Mooney, is there. He's just taking a huge jump. Everyone's saying he's taking a huge jump.
I think with the depth of the receiver this year is going to be the biggest challenge for some of these teams.
Yeah, like
deciding
he's.
who you're going to play.
I just really want shares of Darnell Mooney, but for the sake of this mock,
I didn't know
I'm
if
gonna
you
take a
said
piece
jump
of the.
or dump.
It sounded like I was saying he was taking a huge dump. Darnell Mooney taking a huge dump all over my fantasy team if he busts. But I'm going Gallup.
Gallup.
Oh, shit.
I want a piece of that offense too. So I already got Allen Robinson. I don't need Mooney. I'll go with my guy.
Wow.
I think they're all relevant if everyone's healthy, man. He'll have some bust games, but
I love Darnell Mooney this year. I do. I definitely do. There's still a few wide receivers on the board that just like shouldn't be on the board though. Like I don't know about the league of record that we're drafting in, like how these guys are gonna draft, but I imagine these guys will be off the board by now. Because I don't think people will start getting backup tight ends and backup QBs by round.
You'd be
9.
surprised, my friend.
Yeah.
We have a couple.
I don't know.
We have a couple players
there
who
is
do
some
some unorthodox things,
questionable drafting.
but they always do well. All right. So
That's
Dan's back up on the board. He picked Tunyon last pick here. I'm hoping a tight end gets back to me that I want. I think he will. He's pretty high on my list, but see. I don't want to.
I think I have a good idea who you're talking about, and if he does, that's awesome. If not, dude, like that tight end group starts to, in my opinion, it starts to go down quick.
Yeah.
For
funny.
upside,
Oh,
for upside, I'll say.
You're
For
in
upside.
streaming territory pretty much
all
now.
year.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
I mean,
I
unless
don't think there's anything wrong with that.
hey, you might hit on one of the Patriots guys though,
Yeah,
like
but here's-
Jonnu and Hunter Henry. Like, who knows how we're gonna utilize them exactly.
Right, but here's the thing too, with tight ends especially, the way I think of them is Rob Gronkowski off the board is ridiculous. Robert Tonyan, Gesicki, Goddard, they can all be streamed all year. Like you might have to go to somebody else throughout the year. We don't know exactly what those
No,
guys
Irv
do.
Smith went. You gotta be kidding me, bro.
That's
This
the guy.
dog,
Brutal,
bro.
man. That is
So
brutal.
Dan takes Darnell Mooney. Irv Smith goes next, and that is my tight end 10 on the year. I think he has massive upside. That's who you were
Alright.
going after, right, Rhino?
Yeah. So what
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
do
then Mike
here is I'm
Williams.
gonna do something a little unorthodox. I'm just really comfortable with my starting lineup, so I'm gonna go double tight end here. I'm going to start off with Jonnu Smith, who I think is going to be the number 1 tight end for the Patriots. And a team that,
Oh, look at that. We got a defense
And
off
then,
the
just in
board from the
case-
bots.
just in case this man gets hurt, I'm going to go ahead and pick Tim Tebow. I'm just kidding.
Oh, man. You had me for a second, bro. That came out so smooth.
We're going to go Jared Cook.
All right.
Excuse me. We're going to have Jared Cook here, who's going to be in a high-powered offense. He's always been a pretty decent tight end. He has some health issues, I believe, down the line. But I'm pretty content with both of those guys. Hopefully one of them.
I remember.
Hopefully one of them's good.
There was a time when Jared Cook had alligator arms, but then he went.
Yeah.
He decided to have a couple really good years. Now his
Pepperidge
biggest threat
Farm
is
remembers.
the XFL superstar Donald Parham's going to steal his job.
Yo,
That guy's
Real quick.
big, man.
6'8", right?
He's a monster of a
I
person.
like him. I picked him in a best ball league this year just to say fuck it.
Yeah,
It
that's
was 18
good.
rounds. I picked him.
Oh man, look at these
Okay.
names.
So obviously now defense is coming off the board. So
Yeah,
after
the bots
Jared
are
Cook went
doing their
Ravens,
thing.
Browns, and then Dan took Tony Pollard. That's a perfect pick for him because he has Zeke, and that's a perfect pick in
Yep.
general because he's a great handcuff in general. So you got the Rams, Washington football team, and then Kev, you're up. And if you get my guy, I'm
Alright.
gonna be pissed.
I already got Hurts, but if he's a bust, I'll wait. I'll wait.
Wait
on that.
on me, bro. That's so mean.
I had to.
Kill my whole
That ruined
strategy.
Rhino's draft.
I had
Honestly, I
to.
thought Rhino
I'm
was
just
having
gonna
like
do this now.
a pretty good
I'm gonna
draft and
go
still do, but that ruined your draft. That just
No, it didn't.
ruined
Joe
your.
Burrow.
Mystic.
It ruined it.
On the
I'm not saying cause Joe Burrow, but I'm just saying like Jalen Hurts is. I mean, come on. Compared to Joe Burrow, like Jalen Hurts.
I'm a believer in Hurts. I have Burrow ahead of
You know, I'm looking at two guys that might be, according to
wide
Sleeper's
receiver guy.
ADP, it might be a little early for them.
No,
But
no.
in a real draft where we're not picking defenses and backup tight ends, like these guys are gonna get sniped because of what we've seen. And I'm just gonna pick this dude,
Damn.
Marquez Callaway. I'm picking him over Jacoby Myers just because of what I saw with Jameis the other night. That connection looks legit. That man made some circus catches,
That
dude.
man is going to be a top 20 receiver in the NFL. this
He
year.
looks like a very good NFL wide receiver.
He's going in 11, 10 rounds, 10, 11.
I saw
That didn't seem like a fluke to me.
No, it didn't. I saw a tweet the other night of I told you guys I've been doing Underdog, right? So like the best ball. I don't know if they have daily fantasy, but it's a best ball app called Underdogs. And there was a guy that picked Marquez Callaway at the 112.
Right at the turn, bro.
So the hype is so real right now for Marquez,
Yeah.
my boy. Yeah,
Good
that
on
was
him.
the second guy on my list out of the two that I like right here. Again, ADP for me. I don't see. Here's the thing with ADP. Earlier on, I think it matters. After the 10th round, dude, to be honest with you, if you like
It's
the guy,
nonsense.
like yeah, if you like the guy, it's a crapshoot. Like this guy I'm about to pick finished 18th last year, wide receiver 18 in PPR, and I know he's on a different team, but honestly, I think his team is even better now. New coach, I don't know. What's gonna happen? But apparently he's the leader out there, and that's Marvin Jones. For me, this is an easy pick in the
Yeah,
11th.
it was him, Myers, Marvin Callaway. They all three of those guys were like, I could take any one of them.
You might have an opportunity to take Jacoby Myers again.
Yeah, he might come back to me.
Yeah. He might not.
Hey, he might not. Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
really
Moose might be
know.
looking that way.
Yeah. I'm actually looking
poised
in a
there,
little
though.
bit of a different way. But also I'm not quite sure because I think the NFL has like some sort of vendetta against this guy for a certain medical reason. I don't know. This is tough. This pick is tough for me because I already have. I mean, I'll go with 4 wide receivers. After this, I'll stack or 4 running backs. I'll stack wide receivers as high as I can go.
Yeah, that's kind of how I went with it.
But I'm actually going to go a different route. You actually convinced me to like this guy, Kev. And I've taken him in 2 best ball leagues since.
I
we
did my
have a-
job.
We have a rookie spotlight coming on him tomorrow. And it's not so much that I don't like the guys around him. I love Cole Beasley this year. I really do. I don't even think Devontae Parker at this point is a
Cole
bad
Beasley's a
pick.
little weasel though, man.
Yeah, but no, he's not. He was one of the best. He was one of the best pickups last year.
Yeah,
like,
he's a
in
good
fantasy.
PPR receiver, but I'm not gonna pick him just because of what he stands for
Well,
right now.
that's what. Okay.
I mean, I
well,
don't hate freedom and shit, but like, I think he's just being a douchebag about it.
That's fair. I'm not gonna argue with that, and I'm not gonna get into the politics of it all. But I do think the
Right.
NFL just right now is not on his side, and I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong. It's not my place. I don't give a shit. But I'm gonna go Rondale Moore, wide receiver in Arizona. Kingsbury's got to get it going this year, and if he has to throw the ball all damn night to do it, he's gonna do it. So. Henry Ruggs comes off the board after that. Elijah Moore and Justin Fields came off the board right before me. And obviously, you have your boy here.
Yeah, I can grab him. I could.
You could, but
But
now
now
you're nervous
I
too. Because I
could,
was
but-
nervous too.
I think I have enough receivers, man. I'll let somebody else have Jacoby, who's the Pats' #1 receiver.
I know who I want, and you guys better not.
I want some insurance here. I want some
Oh,
insurance.
no.
If Mr. Jalen, if Rise Boy, gets dinged up or something, I want this guy right here. I'm going with Trey Lance. I do think
This
if he
splitting.
doesn't start week 1, he's gonna start eventually. He's got a rocket for an arm. He's raw, but he's got a rocket, dude. Once he figures it out, he's a bot. He is.
Hey, real quick, speaking of Jacoby Myers and the Pats, though, how freaking good did the reports come out today and yesterday about Mac Jones tearing up the Giants?
He was
defense?
like 88% or
Just say-
something
just say-
ridiculous.
for 40.
Just say what you said over again.
No, I'm saying that how good were the reports about Mac Jones in the last few days? Like, it was crazy.
What was he
Like,
doing?
He went 35 for 40. I know, against the Giants D.
Okay.
I know.
Let's
Big
take a
Their
chill
defense
pill.
wasn't that bad last
Just-
year.
Let's take a chill pill. Let's take a chill pill. Relax. We don't know what the
I think
Giants
you're just mad
are.
about Jalen Hurts. I'm not taking no
No,
chill
I'm
pills
just-
tonight. No.
Chill pill on Mac Jones.
Dude, I don't care.
You're not
I don't care what team it is, bro.
Let's
He threw
relax.
like 88%.
You're not my dad. You're not my dad.
Cow.
You're a towel.
You're a cow.
Team Newton.
All right, so McCole Hardman comes off the board, and then Gus Edwards. Dan is up again. Dan's
I was gonna
team-
make us cry, dude. Just because I took Jalen Hurts, he's just fucking shitting on everybody now. It's all right,
Matt
buddy.
Ryan's
It's gonna
a
be
solid
okay.
pick. Matt Ryan's a really good pick. Yeah, that's fine. Like, he's
Yeah.
somebody who he used to be a quarterback that got picked around like the Aaron Rodgers territory. Now he's getting picked as a quarterback and just like back on your team. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of. I don't want to say it's not crazy that
Right.
he's like people think he's just like gonna fall off, but he was the QB 12 on the year last year, right? And that might have been standard though.
That doesn't make a difference.
I don't know if it does either. Yeah, he was quarterback 12 last year, so like I know he lost Julio, but I didn't think Julio was like really giving a shit last year,
Right.
anyways.
So-
to be honest.
I'm gonna
He
go
missed a
ahead.
lot of games.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick Jacoby Myers here.
There
That's
you go.
great.
I mean,
That's
That's
the
great.
move.
he looks,
That's a-
he looks
that's a-
really good.
Yep,
And I
that's a
know it's
monster
a kind
pick.
of a homer pick, but in the 12th round, he's the wet.
Yep. Bateman and then Lindsey come off the board.
No, Dan, you're right. That's a solid pick there. We're gonna get next week. We do another mock draft. We're gonna get him in here on board. Get you in here. All right. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Jamal Williams from Detroit.
Oh,
Good. He's a good player, like a really good player. Looks good. Saying he's gonna have a pretty good role week 1. Swift's already kind of banged up a little bit. I'm gonna go Williams.
yeah. Don't hate that at all.
Good. I'm happy
No,
you don't hate it.
You're just mad because my team rocks
Hmm?
shit
No,
now.
your team-
I hate it,
Last
bro.
week, because last week it sucked. My
don't-
team
I don't
rocks
like your-
shit.
Not good.
Are you kidding me?
Not
What do you
good.
mean it's not good?
God.
Taylor,
there goes
Hopkins, Lamb,
McKissick.
Robinson,
took his
Lockett,
boy.
Williams. Get out of here. It's not good.
Took
Robbie
his boy
Anderson.
from
Get out of here.
Detroit.
Amon Ra.
Oh,
Yeah,
no. That
I
is my
mean,
boy.
he has all the opportunity in the world to just be their guy, you know?
He really does. Amon-Ra St. Brown,
just-
J.D. McKissick, Evan Ingram, and then
Jared Goff is poised to have that kind of year where, like, out of 32 quarterbacks in the NFL at a given time, like, he's going to finish in fantasy like 34. Like, there's going to be backups who just finish ahead of him. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Damn.
This team is so bad. Nah, I'm exaggerating that a little bit, but I just hate Dan Campbell as a coach already. He just hasn't. They haven't said anything good about him.
He hasn't gauged you as a fan yet. He hasn't gauged you. His intense demeanor at the podium didn't end, bro.
Nah, man, didn't get it done. The shtick with all the coffee he drinks like a savage. Nah, I didn't get it done. I'm gonna take who I think could be like
Go
the
ahead and pick
number
Jalen
2
Reagor.
handcuff.
Uh,
Behind Tony Pollard, he's probably the top handcuff in the league.
you don't think Madison?
Mm,
I think Madison,
really-
Pollard, and Hubbard are kind of in the
Addison
same
never really
realm.
thrived in the role though.
I think
when Cook
Latavius-
missed
I think
games.
Latavius Murray's a better handcuff.
Latavius Murray lost his job. Tony Jones Jr. has been getting all the backup running back work.
Yeah, no, he might not even make the team, they're saying.
Dan, you got anything to say about that Saints fan? Really ain't gonna make the team?
But he looked terrible.
No, the reports are is that he's literally fighting for his job right now. So,
He's ancient.
Yeah.
31. Yeah, I mean that's ancient for a running back. But
Bro, damn.
all right.
they have Devontae Freeman too. Look at that. They're competing for like that RB3 spot right now.
That's
Kinda
crazy
sad.
that Devontae Freeman's even fighting for a
That makes me
spot.
sad.
Yeah, like he's back. Remember when he was elite, bro? 5 years ago, the years he had. Holy shit!
Shows you how much.
Running backs just fall off.
wait, what did you say,
He's
Rhino?
so good.
Rhino, what did you say?
Goes to show you how much research he hasn't done.
You piece of trash. you know that?
Oh no!
Absolute giant piece of trash. I love you. All right, so here's a guy I like. Running
Go ahead.
back wise, he's not really a handcuff, but he's a rookie, and I like the
Oh,
option
shit.
of just thinking he might be good. And that's Kenneth Gainwell. I just think he might get some good
Yeah,
looks. He was in the
He's a dart
backfield.
throw.
He was in the slot. He was out wide against the Patriots, and I think he 10 touches, 44 yards, 8 touches, 44 yards, 3 targets, 3 catches. Like I'm cool with that in the 13th round. I'm absolutely fine with that. Oh no! All right, so Cole Beasley went off the board. Russell Gage, Zach Ertz, and Kirk Cousins. I can't believe Zach Ertz is still an Eagle. By the way, that has totally devalued Dallas Goedert for me in the biggest way because Zach Ertz. Not that he's like that good, but he's like still there. That worries me a little bit. Now the next guy I'm gonna take.
Do it.
So he had that one catch the other week. I don't think he'll be anything crazy special on this team this year, but I hope he gets a better look than he did last year, and I hope he tops like 800 yards, 850 would be like perfect for this spot, and that's Jalen Reagor, catching balls from your boy Hurts. So
Yeah, I like Rager a lot this
Yeah.
year. He's one of the late round receivers I'm looking at in that group. He looked really good against the Patriots in practice.
yep, he did. Latavius Murray comes off the
definitely did.
board, and Kev, this is your next pick here in the 14th.
So I like Terrace Marshall.
I know you like
They
that.
seem
dude.
to love him, and I'm not sure whose role he's really gonna like cut into. If it's Moore, is it Anderson, or is he just gonna have his own role? I don't know how much Darnold is really gonna throw the ball in that offense, though, especially because McCaffrey always gets his. So I'm gonna stay away, and I'm gonna take. Where did he go? I was staring him right in the face. There he is. I'm gonna take a guy who I think
Love
will
it.
turn into maybe a James White
The
for
bum.
Tom Brady in that offense.
Yep. Love that pick, and that's Gio Bernard for.
I never
Kev.
know what to believe. You know, when Bruce Arians talks, he seems to talk out of his ass sometimes to throw
Oh,
everybody off the trail. But
time out.
he is saying major part of his offense.
Yeah, no, he loves the guy. He can just dump
And
off to him.
Tom
any day.
Brady loves throwing the ball to the running back.
Real quick. So, Dan did hit us up in the chat. Said rumors are that the Saints might trade for Ertz because Troutman's hurt. That'd be interesting. That
I'd
would
like to see that
probably
happen.
take Ertz a couple of rounds ahead. I think
That would also bring Goddard up a few spots too.
Yeah. So after
No
Gio
competition.
Bernard, it went Tua Aguilar. Dan takes Brian Edwards out of Las Vegas. I like that pick.
I like it.
Wide receiver 3 over there, I believe, or 2. I don't know. They love the guy regardless. Madison comes off the board. Devontae Booker, blech. And then Rhino, you're up, buddy.
Oh man, I don't like being on the board because at this point in the draft, there's
No.
nothing out there really. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick James White, PPR back, probably like 4 kind of vibe, but hopefully have any week last year. But I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
More than
You can
likely,
get an
these guys are gonna get dropped off your roster anyway. That's like why I don't really do much thought here unless there's a guy that I really want that is like super low on the board. Then I'll take him here. You know, worry about him. So you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna freaking do that because I was gonna wait till the last pick to do this. I'm gonna pick him right now. I think this guy's gonna be the wide receiver 2 for the Cleveland Browns.
Whoa.
I don't think Beckham's gonna be an outside receiver this year. I think they move. I know people are like, oh, we got Landry, but Landry is the outside. I'm gonna go Donovan People-Jones. I think he's gonna have a huge year. I think he's a stud.
Love that.
Super sleeper on my radar.
Love
on my
that.
list. I probably shouldn't have picked him. I kind of wanted to keep him on my radar, not talk about him with you guys because of the league of record. But
That's to be fair. That's not a guy I'm targeting, but I do love that pick because I'm a Michigan fan. So, yeah, DPJ. I mean, he showed some promise last year. He had a couple of nasty catches in the end zone last year, so I like that. Austin Hooper off the board. Traquan Smith finally comes off the board. Rounds and rounds later than he probably should. Or was before Marquez Callaway, and then Rhino, you're back up at the start of round 15.
Right. Woo-hoo. All right, now I get to pick through some trash running backs. I'm probably gonna go with Stevenson from New England. I know it's another Patriot on my roster, but he is looks fantastic. Sony Michel's gone. James White's old. I mean, him and Harris. I'm gonna go with Stevenson. Another rookie, another Patriot. I got 3 Patriots on my team. I know it sounds like a home too, but I don't know, dude. He looks too good to not pick in that spot. I don't know who else I would have picked there over him.
Can't forget about your boy JJ Taylor, man.
No, I like JJ. I like JJ Taylor.
Wait, James White is still on the board, eh?
Yeah, but it's like, look at his stats, bro. Like, I wanted to pick him, but
I would draft Stevenson over him. Maybe not over him, but probably just I'd rather have him because I think
2019 he only had 3 weeks over.
Dude, Stevenson is gonna honestly be like a LeGarrette Blount. Like he's just a big dude that runs.
He's gonna be better than LeGarrette Blount, much faster.
That's fair. But what I mean is what LeGarrette Blount was to us, which is a third down back, goal line back. I think he's gonna get more touches on the goal line than Damian Harris will this year. I do. I don't know. We'll see. We don't know what the.
He might be a vulture, bro. He's gonna come in and be a Peyton Barber.
I love it. Tevin Coleman, AJ Green, Dan goes with Mark Ingram, Houston. I don't know if I'm touching that backfield this year, Dan, but I mean, this late in the draft, why not take a chance?
Yeah, you never know. Take a shot.
You do never know. Sammy Watkins comes off the board. Gabriel Davis, and now Kev is up.
Sammy Watkins is a very interesting player this year.
Isn't he?
He's a very, very interesting
player.
I
don't think.
He's the Lizard King, bro. He's the Lizard King.
Yeah, so Dan said only justification for Ingram is possible Houston starter. Take a stab. I don't disagree, Dan. I think they could maybe all be possible starters at this point, but yeah, no, you're right. Definite possible starter and or part of that committee. So
let me just peep Can I read off Sammy Watkins' fantasy PPR finishes over the last 5 years for you?
Please
No, I
don't.
don't care what they are. I don't.
86,
I get that.
52,
I get that.
64,
I get that. But
41. I can keep going. And 89. I
he,
just, yeah.
in a
It's
position.
always
the
the first
15th
week he
round,
goes off
man.
with 46 points
Yeah.
and then he fields an egg the
That's
rest
why
of the
he's
year.
going in the 15th, 16th round. I'm just saying, in the 15th,
Right.
16th round, or if you're not, like, obviously, if you don't have a deep roster like us, like, yeah, you're not going to pick Watkins. But you got three potential
Yeah.
4 receivers in your lineup. Sammy Watkins in the 15th or 16th round.
I
It's a
mean,
very interesting pick. John
every
Brown,
receiver on that team is hurt.
John
so.
Brown is not in Baltimore. They need a guy like that. That Hollywood's like on
Well, that-
off. He's not the greatest.
Hollywood.
You know,
Bateman's already hurt.
you know, Bateman's hurt, and boy, Duvernay don't really have much.
Harris
Yeah.
Marshall.
So, Sammy Watkins is the guy to keep an eye out for.
All right, I'm just scrolling and I'm gonna go. I'll take Terrace, just in case.
But that's why I'm so
They-
high on Mark Andrews this year. I really think
They seem to really like him.
I think Lamar could have a huge year. I think Baltimore as a team. I don't know. There's something about that team. I don't know.
Every receiver on the roster is hurt though.
I'm aware, bro. I'm aware. But they also have.
I mean, Lamar makes things happen in his own right, so I mean they're gonna be okay, and they have
Lamar-
really good defense.
Lamar,
but,
J.K. Dobbins, Mark Andrews might be.
right, that's why I'm saying like I don't know if anybody else is even gonna emerge as being somebody you want for fantasy.
probably
Any
not.
of the receivers.
But I think out of any of the receivers, Sammy Watkins is the one you want, in my opinion. I really
Maybe because you can get them for free,
That's what I
pretty
mean.
much.
I'm not picking
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown in the 8th.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
That's
no,
not
I'm-
happening.
Bateman's already hurt, so. I picked Terrace. I mean, they seem to really like him. He might be in 3 wide receiver sets, and then if somebody gets injured or something, he could shine.
Sure. Troutman's off the board there. We just heard that they might be trading for Zach Ertz, which would be funny. We got Moose back on the board here.
We
Moose,
picking a defense in this one just to close off the last round,
Moose, you're
Make-
muted, I think.
pretending it's real.
My bad. I did mute myself. All right, so I got 30 seconds on the board. This is a player that I think is just again part of an offense that one I don't think will have a major player in the 3 wide receiver group that I think everyone's kind of been hinting at. It doesn't make sense to me at all that AJ Green is going to be game ready all year round. I don't believe it. That's why I took a chance on Rondale Moore earlier in the draft. Obviously DeAndre Hopkins. I'm gonna perfect the 3 I have here. Oh, it picked for me. Shit.
Who'd you want?
Ah,
Okay,
man.
well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What? Oh, it picked me on auto pick. All right, so to go back to where I was,
Fitzpatrick.
we don't have to go back.
Love
I
it.
don't know.
I
It
love
turned
it.
me right on. You miss one pick, and this thing thinks it's the end of the world. It's like Netflix. You still awake? Yeah, I'm still awake. All right, so I got the Broncos.
Still
Probably
picking?
wouldn't
Nah,
take.
bruh.
I wouldn't have taken him, but I would have taken Christian Kirk. That's who I
I'm
would have chosen.
snoozing now. All right, Broncos. So, who are you taking, Kirk?
I was gonna take Christian Kirk. Yeah, it's fine.
All
It's
right.
fine. I'm just explaining who I would have taken.
All right.
Where the
James
Broncos
White.
would
How
take
about
him.
with the second pick? Were you going to take a defense to make this more like a real draft where we kind of ESPN forces you to pick one? So
Oh yeah, I would have taken.
actually, in their league of record, they won't because it's he can manually put the draft in, but
It's fine. I would have taken the Bills. I think I would have taken the Bills.
awesome.
defense.
I'm going to take the Patriots defense.
Great. All right. Thank you to whoever switched my picks.
Wonder who it was.
I love my team. Oh my god, I love this
Mr.
team.
Man.
Mish over there.
All right. So the Boston Scott comes off. Kev takes the Patriots.
Bro, listen. Do you
Williams,
know their schedule?
Dolphins love that. But the Patriots schedule.
Yeah, they go
Yeah,
first they get
it's-
Tua, then they get
Huh.
Zach Wilson, then they get so even if Zach Wilson's good, he's probably gonna turn the ball over a couple times. Then they get Jameis, who he'll go for 500, but also throw like 4 picks. So they don't have a hard matchup until Tom Brady comes to town week 4, and then they get Houston. So I mean that's 4 out of the first 5 weeks. Like, boom, they're usable.
Trade him for a
Love
top
it.
30 wide receiver right after that.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna do it. As soon as they go off for like the first game where they get 2 touchdowns, like that's it.
The
Alright.
Patriots on some rosters will be
Couple
the
years
highest
ago,
scoring player.
Dude, they were broken a couple years ago. That shit was crazy. It was like
I'm
a
gonna go
cheat
ahead and
code.
take the Dallas Cowboys defense, who I think has pretty serious potential.
Yeah, Micah Parsons looks like a very good player.
Yeah.
All right, so after all is said and done, Rhino, we'll start with you because obviously I feel like you were just hurt by Hurts. How did you feel like
Yeah,
that
dude, his
draft
tone
went?
changed, man, after
Yeah,
I did that
it
to him. I'm
did
really,
quick.
really
It,
sorry, dude.
yeah, it went from I'm your dad to you're not my dad. So,
He got quiet, bro.
how'd you feel about that draft? How do you like
Realistically,
the two
I
spot?
love the draft. I think my team is better than both of your team. I'm not even lying.
Wow,
I'm really not. Like, considering.
he's back up here, man.
No,
It's a
like,
roller coaster today with him.
Can we
No,
back up
dude,
real
what do
quick
you
and look at the
mean?
starting lineup though, real quick.
Wow, he
Wait,
must have
wait.
Let's look
Wait.
at the starting
It's
lineup.
just bang energy, dude. And he's back up now.
This is
Yeah,
a
man.
false flag. This is a false flag.
Look at my
This is
starting
some-
lineup, bro. It's good. My team is
Some
better.
SDE going on
It's
right
just
now.
better.
No, your
Hey.
starting lineup is good. It's not bad. I'm
Who's your
not
wide
gonna
It's
receiver
aight.
four? Who's your flex play, Moose?
It's a 6 out of 10, my
Robbie
dude.
Anderson or Javante Williams.
I think it's a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Wild.
What's a 6 out of 10? His draft?
Chodes, bro. You're choking on Chodes.
Yeah.
No, I loved everyone up until Sanders.
Damn.
I like 2 picks, and then it turned to shit.
Damn.
Oh,
Nah,
no,
just kidding,
honestly,
bro. I love everything after Sanders too, kind of up
Yeah,
until
I do
like
too.
up
I
until
do too.
yeah, honestly,
No,
yeah,
T. Higgins and Judy are my boys. You know I love them.
yeah, they're really good, dude.
No, I think your draft was absolutely fine.
It's fine.
You know what though? For some reason,
I
this
just think
year,
we all
guys-
have a really good team.
Yeah, I mean, mine's definitely the best. It's fine. I'm fine with it. But Dan, I even like his team. I know like Deontay Johnson. So first off, most leagues are 2 wide receivers. I don't even know necessarily if I knew this was a 3 wide receiver draft. I didn't even look. So I'm glad I took Robbie Anderson where I did. But
Yeah,
Kev,
league record, we have 3 receivers starting, and the 4th can be a flex receiver, running back, tight end. So, if you guys want to go back to my roster real quick and give you a strategy of how I picked, all right?
Sure.
So, obviously, my starting, we'll consider this a regular starting lineup of 2 receivers, right? Look at it like that. I got Burrow, I got Henry, Sanders, and I got Allen and Cup. And my flex could literally be Sermon, Higgins, Judy, like any of those guys. However, in this league, it's three receivers. So we got Joe Burrow at quarterback, who I have in my top 10. Derrick Henry, who I have number 2. Miles Sanders, who I think I have in the top 50. I'm happy with RB2. And then I got Keenan Allen, my top 10. Cooper Kupp, my top 50. I got T. Higgins in my top 25. So that's my
you got Cooper Kupp. You got Cooper Kupp in your top 15.
100%. I'm positive.
Wow.
I have him and Robert Woods back to back. And then I got T.
Oh, I
Higgins, right, as my flex with Jerry
I love
Judy,
Higgs.
with Jerry Judy AB as my flex. Or, Jonnu Smith and Cook are both studs, and they produce, wide receiver 2 numbers at tight end position. Feed me them all day. Not to mention I got Jacoby Myers and all those guys at the bottom of the roster there. I'm just fucking with my team now. I'm thinking about it. I actually like it a lot. No matter if I got Jalen Hurts or not. But
Yeah, I
But yeah,
do
it's
too.
definitely not as one-sided as last time.
Nah, that
Honestly-
team was
honestly,
silly, bro.
I
Last
didn't
week.
I didn't even really look at your team that much. I didn't really remember who you had exactly. But you were sounding so down in the dumps. I thought you had like Jared Goff as your starting QB,
just,
man. So no, your team is pretty good. I like that. See, I don't like team 1 next to you where it's
I'm not worried about them.
McCaffrey, Allen, Kittle. I'm just saying, like, I don't.
Trash. I think the one spot's
Yeah.
a really tough spot to pick from this.
It is, dude.
Um,
I don't like that turn at all. I like the late picks. I like the
I
turns
like
over
his
them
roster
much
a
more.
lot. I think he's got a lot of versatility. He picked very well.
He's got really good receivers.
Yeah. He's
Yes.
got Tanya
As
in
do
the
I.
9th round. Like that. He drafted very well. Got Kevin here. Want to talk about yourself? Feel free.
Yeah, man, where am I? Here I am. I'm at the front. So I think I'm stacked at receiver, and then I'm a little more thin at running back than I like, but I love Gibson. Edmonds should have value in a PPR for sure, tied to that offense. Jalen Hurts, if he uses his legs like he was last year, the stud. That's your boy. Hawk should be at least like a top 6 option at tight end. I love my depth of wide receiver on the bench with Davis, Gallup, Callaway.
I was just about to say that right there, because the
Yeah.
beginning rounds, honestly, there's so much talent that like it's kind of easy to a certain degree until you take a tight end and a QB too soon, in my opinion. But your picks 9 through 11, so your 9th round being Corey Davis, 10th Gallup, 11th Callaway. I love the upside in those picks. Those were like
Yeah.
Corey Davis. I'm huge on this year. I think you guys know that by now, but I love those 3 picks, dude. I really
I'm
do.
just excited to see if what we saw the other day with Winston and Callaway, like how that translates to the regular season, because he looked electric, man. I'm excited. I mean, the last guy, I know a few years ago was Stephon Diggs. They really unleashed him in the preseason, and he came on as like a real legit receiver. And now with Buffalo, he's top 3. I mean, I'm not saying Marquez Callaway is ever going to be a top 3 wide receiver in the league, but I think the dude's got some potential.
All right,
Yeah,
And then
Moose.
I
he
took a
looks
couple.
Let's talk about your team, Moose.
Yeah, so Jonathan Taylor was a must for me at the end of that round. I know I originally had him behind Jones. I don't know, man. For some reason, I'm just feeling the Jonathan Taylor hype, and I think he's going to get a lot more receptions with Carson Wentz. Even though Philip Rivers was the check down god, I still think Carson Wentz is trash. So I still think that he's going to have to check down a lot. DeAndre Hopkins, CeeDee Lamb are my next 2 picks. To be honest, I think those were the 2 best guys on the board at the time. Because otherwise, I probably would have gone running back. But the running back the next round slipped to me. That probably won't was James Robinson at the 4-3. The 21st running back off the board was James Robinson, and I literally think he has top 10 potential in this offense. And then I went Tyler Lockett. For me, that's a lock in the 5th round. I know it's boom or bust a lot of the times, but the guy doesn't miss games, and he has massive opportunity in this offense. Javonte Williams, Robbie Anderson. Javonte Williams is going to win that spot. So as my running back 3 flex spot, perhaps something happens to the other 2 running backs. I don't know. I'm so happy with that. And then Robbie Anderson is just undervalued. He's sitting there with Deebo Samuel and Jarvis Landry. It just like doesn't make sense to me. So and I know DJ Moore is good and Terrace Marshall. I get that offense has pieces, but Robbie Anderson was the dude last year, and I don't necessarily think that will change under Darnold compared to.
I mean, they played
Teddy.
together, man. They
In a whole different scheme too. In a whole different scheme,
Yeah.
they used to just like send Robbie, and like Darnold would throw it as hard as he could and miss him by a million yards.
Oh, and they play the Jets week 1.
That's
How
awesome.
fitting, dude. That he's
I am
just gonna
ready for that
blow
game.
up. I think they're gonna blow up.
Yeah, all right. So
McCaffrey might score 6 times in that game too.
he might
I
be.
don't know.
Yeah, he'll be starting in my flex that week.
Or do the Jets have a sneaky good defense? What do we think, boys?
Doubtful. And then
Doubtful.
yeah, so just my next 2 picks: Tannehill, Thomas. I think Tannehill was the best QB on the board. Thomas, I have him as my tight end 6 or 7. I'm not gonna look. And then I love my wide receivers at the end, and Jones, Moore, Rager, and Kirk. I think there's upside for them all. So yeah,
That's it?
successful draft, I'd say. I would
Definitely,
be.
bro.
Let me put it
Definitely.
this way: if this was a real draft with real money on the board, and we're playing with a lot of real money in this league of record draft, I would be more than thrilled with this roster I have. Like more than thrilled. This is like best case scenario for me.
Yeah, I think we'd all be happy.
I think so. Is that weird this year? I feel like even in mock drafts, I'm way happier with the teams I've been getting than I have in years past.
Just wait.
Yeah, I
Just
know.
wait till the first real draft.
First time, eh?
Wait.
Just Jesus Christ.
All right, so I believe that does it for this week. Of the
We get
Fantasy
kicked right in the
Dads.
nuts.
I'm gonna wrap it there. We've been on for an hour and a half now.
Yes, sir.
Just gonna quickly remind you, everybody, that we are gonna be doing a viewer league, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We posted a graphic on our socials in the next couple of days. You get to compete against me, and Dan and Kevin. Dope, and know us a little bit more, learn our strategies a little bit more, figure out who we really are behind the scenes, trash talk, whatever it is you want to do, for a nice little prize that we'll announce later. Live again next Thursday, right? Thursday will be our last Thursday show.
Right.
And we'll be going to Sunday mornings on opening day. Will be our first Sunday morning show, and then Tuesday nights for Waiver Wire recap show.
Right, and we'll have a final date out for the draft for the viewer league. We're gonna do it live, right?
Yep,
We're gonna do a live show.
Tuesday show will be all right. So because
So the 7th.
So our first Tuesday show will be the week of opening day.
So the 7th. Yep.
Yeah. So that Thursday.
Yeah, and that'll be the draft.
Right. The day after Labor Day will be the draft.
Sick.
Cool.
So we'll get that graphic out.
We got real life football that Thursday, man.
Sure.
Yeah, buddy.
Tom Brady and the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's
That'll
go.
be fun. That's gonna be fun.
There's definitely gonna be some fantasy people paying attention to that game.
Oh,
That's
that is a
damn-
very relevant game.
About 8 guys on those rosters combined, maybe 10. On
Yeah.
the tight ends.
crazy. Maybe even Gio Bernard, kid.
Ooh.
So that's
Gio
gonna do it for us.
Bernard,
Make sure you guys follow us on our socials: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. No. We're
Share
everywhere.
that shit, man.
We on there. We
Share
on
that shit.
Make
LinkedIn.
sure you sub to our YouTube. And check out our shorts. Kevin's short has 2.6K views, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty dope, man.
Yeah,
Pretty
man. It shit came out of nowhere.
dope. But socials gonna
Me just
get-
shaking my head.
I'm gonna try to get a little bit more consistent, but we've been doing really well. We've been doing really well with our stuff. So make sure you follow us and comment, share, like, all that great stuff. Interact with us. Ask us questions.
Yep.
We'll answer you. As always, thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Good night,
Peace.
guys.